Good morning, and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD. Today we're going to unbox a recent acquisition, but first, story time. Now, years ago, when I would tell people that I played tabletop games, they would always default back to Monopoly or Clue, the old classics. Now, I know that there are fans of these games, and I am not trying to insult them, at least not anymore. I realize I may have been guilty of that in the past, but I would always reply back with, the games that I play, you won't find at Target or Walmart. But I can't really say that anymore. These two stores have really upped the quality of the games that they carry. They still carry the old classics, but there are so many games that they now carry what used to be exclusive to the hobby game store. Now, fast forward to today. I was in Target recently and was looking over their game selection. And I overheard a couple mention that they should get people together and play some games. I noticed that they were just looking at the classics or the party games. And for some reason, I decided that I was going to speak up. Now, I did not tell them that the games they were looking at are bad games. I just mentioned you should try looking at some of the games to the right of where you are now. One of them replied, Are these any good? And from there, we had a nice conversation. I gave them a couple of suggestions of things that I like when getting people together, and they got some ideas. So today I want to show off one of the games that I got that day, which was just to the right of the party games. And that is Pan Am from Funko Games. Now, when I say Funko Games, yes, I am talking about the company that makes those little vinyl figures from all the pop culture properties. And a couple of years ago, they decided that they were going to get into the games business. And they've actually been putting out some really interesting products. So let's take a look at what we get inside, and I'll get a review out soon. All right, so they actually have gone with the more, we'll call it eco-friendly packaging. It was originally sealed just with some tape circles on the sides. I've already gone ahead and removed those. Let's see. The box has a nice spot varnish for the Pan Am logo. No varnish on the back or the sides, however. So let's open it up. All right. Obviously, as is almost always the case, our first piece is the instructions, which lots of big pictures. So I've heard about the game a little bit, just more in passing. So I'll be honest, I don't know much about it outside of the fact that you are building plane routes around the world. Which would make sense for a game about an airline. So, anyways, that's a quick look through the instruction book. I actually want to point this out real quick. I really like this. It's just the Pan Am logo repeated all throughout the inside of the box. Usually it's just brown cardboard. So, good job, Funko. All right, then we've got our game board. I am not sure I can open all of this. I have a very, very small recording space, but let's get this in here. All right, so it is a three-fold board, one down the middle, two across. And it has a very interesting map. Let's see what we can get in here. All right. Yes, I realize super awkward, but it's what I have. So I think it gives us a good enough view. This is really interesting, where it's taking sort of a North Pole view of the world. Obviously, we've got Asia and Russia, North America, South America, Europe and Africa. So actually, I guess when I said Asia, you didn't see any of that, but yeah, there's Asia this way. different spots for all the different planes. Obviously, for an airline that was more of a piece of, we'll say, the 50s and 60s. So yeah, that's one thing I know about the game, is that it's more about how, or building your airline during those early days of air travel. All right, then we've got some tokens. Where is my opening device? That did not work. All right. So we've got 2 sheets of tokens, which I'm going to assume this is currency, first player marker, Pan Am tokens, and I have no idea what the rest of these are for. We'll figure it out when we read the rules. Maybe I can get my kids to do it. Probably not. All right, let's start with the airplane. So we've got 4 different colors of playing pieces. Looks like each one is identical. There's one of the jet planes. Not sure exactly which one this is, but that's actually, for a board game piece, that's actually really solid. I'm mildly surprised that it doesn't have windows down the side of the fuselage. Got another plane. A different one. I think the last one and this one are both propeller planes. Oh, all of them but the first one are propeller planes. This is the trimotor. We've got pawns. This looks like a traffic control tower. All right, so we've got 4 sets of those: green, red, gray, and yellow. Interesting color choices. Actually, I have to say, especially this green and this yellow just scream 60s to me. In my parents' house when I was growing up, I swear they had a carpet that was brighter than this shade of yellow. And it was built in the 70s. Because I'm old. Alright, so we've got 4 sets of playing pieces. In the instruction, they called these hangers. Obviously, they're trays for tokens and whatnot. So let's put our playing pieces in there. I'm going to guess that these are scoring cubes because they are in colors to match the playing pieces. And we've got a dice. Not quite sure what that's for. And classic stand. Also not sure what that's for. Alright. Oh, these are player boards. So I'm guessing the airplanes that you have access to go here. Income for buying more planes. Obviously these are identical. Nothing on the back. Alright, put that back in there. Alright. Nothing under the tray. But again, more of the Pan Am logoing. I like that. Seriously, Funko is they've done some really good stuff. And very happy with that. Alright. So one set of cards. These are stock certificates in fives and ones. I'm guessing currency. All right, we've got more small cards. All right, and I have to say already, it's not perfect, but the box insert is good enough to keep everything organized once you opened it. That's unfortunately really rare in most board games. All right, so these are directive cards, destination cards. All right, lots of destination cards. Let's flip it over and look at the good side. All right, so these are all the different destinations you can get to on Pan Am. Hey, Belém. Yes, it's Belém. It's Portuguese. I know how to speak that. Okay, so obviously, Rio. Yes, Rio. Rio for you English speakers. All right, wow, we have a lot of these locations. No idea how they work. All right, and directives. So these look like just different objectives. You know, while you're playing the game, give you things to do. Probably get points based on how many directives you complete. So, all right. Oh, I was expecting it to go all the way down. Apparently not. All right, and these are events based on different rounds. So, rounds up to round 7. All right, so interesting. It looks like it will expand around the globe. So this says at the start of the expansion phase, Pan Am expands once along the South American path. Okay. Growing competition, conscription. Huh. Oh, 1941. Commercial airlines asked to do their part to support war effort. Government requisitions large number of planes. Post-war expansion. Oh, interesting. All of the events are based on different years, as you can see, and so the different rounds bring you along up to 1968. Huh. And that's it. That is Pan Am from Funko Games. I am actually a little excited to get this to the table. I will admit I never flew on Pan Am. I assume either or both of my parents probably did. And but it's for at least someone at my age, I remember seeing Pan Am in old James Bond movies. I remember actually growing up. I remember one of my Sunday school teachers actually worked for Pan Am. So it's one of those things that I don't have a direct attachment to it, but there's something there. It just speaking to that old classic era of the early days of air travel. So I am very interested and excited to get this to the table. I hope you enjoyed checking out the contents of the box with me. If you had a chance to play it, please put a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I would really appreciate it. I'd like to see it grow. I'd like to be able to expand and do some more things with the channel. And obviously, you guys hitting that subscribe button is a huge benefit to me. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.